Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I've been requested for weeks to do a video on the whole Ohio University homecoming situation. I did want to do a video because I wanted to see how everything played out. And as of yesterday, it was just announced that no rape charges will be filed against the man who was involved in the situation. So let me go ahead and explain everything to y'all. So what happened is back on October 12th, there was a video that went viral. It was at a homecoming event for the University of Ohio, and basically in the event you see these two drunk people, and this dude starts eating out this girl. She's enjoying it, she's laughing, she's holding his head down there. People start recording the guy eating her out on a public street in front of everyone. So the video's been recorded, folks are uploading it onto Twitter, people are uploading it onto Facebook. So Monday morning, the girl wakes up, she sees her video all over the internet, pictures of her getting ate out. Instead of her taking personal responsibility and say, you know what, I was drunk, I was on some whole shit, she decides to go down to the police department and file rape charges on this man. So it sparked a whole debate, a whole controversy. The feminists, what do you call guys who are for men, menimists? I don't know. I just made that up. But the feminists were up in arms. Men's group were up in arms. Everybody was upset. But now it's come out that there are going to be no charges filed against either party. So I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news clip, and then I will come back with the rest of my commentary.
Sexual activity right on a public street made its way from the college town of Athens to world headlines. A woman claimed it was a case of rape. But ABC 6's Tom Bosco is live in Athens now to explain why charges won't be filed. Tom?
Yeah, Bob, it happened right here. A man and a woman, both Ohio University students. What they were doing here was caught on tape. Now, the woman said it was rape, but the law didn't see it that way. They'd been drinking at separate parties, then met at a bar. After closing time, they ended up here, leaning against the side of a bank, where the man was photographed and videotaped performing a sexual act on the woman. After the woman saw the video online the next day, she filed a charge of rape. But today the prosecutor announced the grand jury refused to indict, saying it was all consensual.
She had a smile on her face at one time, grabbed the back of the male's head at another time.
Keller Blackburn says it appeared on video the man asked if he should stop.
Both the suspect in this case and witness reported that conversation took place, and she said, no, go ahead, continue.
The prosecutor says they left the bank, went to a restaurant where their antics earned them free burritos, then went to his apartment and were there for 3 hours. The prosecutor said he even considered a charge of pandering obscenity, but he says what's on the tape
may not meet the definition of obscene, even though some of us may feel the activity was obscene.
No criminal charges against the man, the woman, or the bystanders, but the university is following its own internal policies and procedures to investigate. However, details of that investigation and any discipline are not public. The prosecutor says there are lessons to be learned.
And we probably all need to behave more as if our father or mother were standing over our shoulder every time we engage in activity.
So the university won't tell us whether or not those two will face discipline, but we do know that the man and the woman involved are still enrolled in Ohio University. And there was also a woman who was misidentified as the woman who was involved in this and in those pictures. She, we are told, is still at the university as well. Reporting live in...
Okay, so you guys just watched a news clip, and I find it real interesting that no charges are going to be filed. But I think there should be some charges filed because she basically tried to ruin this man's life by saying that he raped her. And you could clearly see in the video that, it was consensual. So she went to go file rape charges on somebody because she didn't want to take personal responsibility for her whole shit. I think she should be charged with lying and trying to, file rape charges on someone who wasn't guilty of raping her. Did they both make bad decisions that night? Yes. Were they both drunk? Yes. And a lot of women are saying that, it's not fair. He took advantage of her because she was drunk. He was clearly drunk as well. If anything, the same could be said that she took advantage of him. I think they were both drunk, blithering idiots, and it's disgusting that they both thought it was okay for them to perform oral sex in the middle of a damn homecoming event in front of everyone. A lot of people were slut-shaming her and going off on her, but I think not only should she be slut-shamed, he should be slut-shamed. He's just as disgusting. They didn't know each other. He didn't know her from a can of paint, she didn't know him. Who the hell goes around eating somebody out that you don't know? She could have all types of nastiness down there, and you're just gonna freely eat her out. Nobody washed up. They just started having oral sex. It's like, what the hell? It just seems like there's no more self-respect anymore in this world. You know, it's just kind of sad. It's one thing to be drunk, but it's another thing to be out in public in front of everyone, you know, performing oral sex on somebody and receiving oral sex from somebody in front of other people. It's like, where the hell were their friends? You know, how did they meet up? This is just insane. And then she went to his apartment after that and had sex with him. She was in the apartment for about 3 hours. So it's just kind of unfortunate how everything played out. But the sad part is that there's a young girl who was basically thrown into this. Anonymous and another man's activist group, they were trying to find out who this woman was because they felt like it was wrong for her to try and accuse this man of rape. And you know, if you accuse somebody of rape, you're protected by all types of laws. They won't show your picture, even after it's come out saying that, you know what, this man didn't rape her. Just like the case that we had recently that happened with that football student who lost his scholarship. He was drugged through the mud and everything else. And now it's come out that the girl lied. But they're not showing the girl's picture. To this day, I have not seen the girl's picture. So these guys decided, you know what? We're going to show who she is. We're going to put her on blast. But unfortunately for them, they put the wrong girl on blast. And it's so sad because this young girl right here, her life was literally ruined on social media. Her name is Rachel Cassidy. People attacked her on Facebook. People attacked her on Twitter. People, you know, slut-shamed her, went off on her, accused her of, you know, filing false rape charges. And she wasn't even the woman on the video. So this whole situation has just been a nightmare. You know, if you're going to bust somebody out and put somebody on blast, make sure you put the right person on blast. Because this woman did nothing wrong, and I feel like she does deserve an apology from the man's group who, you know, basically went and put her information out there, even though she was not the one involved in this. So the whole situation just shows you, you know, you can't retaliate. You don't rectify bad behavior with more bad behavior. You know, unfortunately, there are laws that protect people who file rape charges, regardless if, you know, the person is found guilty or not. So you have to let the police handle that. If the police felt the need to, you know, leak out her information or put out her picture, that's one thing. But when you go search for somebody, that's where mistakes can happen. And that's what happened with poor, you know, Rachel Cassidy. She got coined as the girl who filed the fake rape charges, and it wasn't her. And the woman who filed the fake rape charges, she's still out there. So this whole situation is just a mess. You know, people just need to grow up and have more respect for themselves. Kind of sad that we live in a world that as soon as some shit is going down, the first thing that people do now is reach for their cell phone camera. You know, if you guys remember a few months back, there was a man stuck on the tracks in New York, and nobody reached a helping hand to try and pull him off the tracks. Everyone pulled out their cell phone video and basically recorded and took pictures of this man getting smashed by a train. You know, it's just kind of sad that we live in such a voyeuristic world, that that's the first thing we think about is getting it on tape, as opposed to trying to defuse the situation or, you know, stop them from engaging in oral sex in public. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the entire situation. Do you think that the woman is at fault? Do you feel like the man is still wrong? Because there's still a lot of feminists who feel like the man is wrong no matter what. And what do you think should happen to these people? His life is okay. His life is not going to be destroyed. And I think that it's not going to be destroyed because of such a huge internet backlash. But do you think that she should get in trouble for filing false rape charges? Because at the end of the day, she did not get raped. You know what I'm saying? And she went to go file rape because she was embarrassed. You cannot file rape because you don't like something that you chose to participate in. That's not fair. You can't get somebody else in trouble because you don't want to own up to your whole shit. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the entire situation. All right. Deuces.